Please remain standing for the posting of the colors. Also, Emily Libertino will say the invocation and pledge, and Lizzie Peg will sing the national anthem.
Carry out. Forward. On.
Permission granted.
Thank you, ma'am. Order. Come. Colors first. Mark. Color. Up. Present. Come.
Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave?
Forward. Mark. Color. Up. Center. Face. Up. Out. Present. Arms. Order. Arms. Left. Face. Forward. Mark. Forward. Up.
I will now be giving the invocation. Lord, as we gather here this evening to celebrate the induction of these new members into the National Honor Society, we thank you for generously granting us the gifts and talents which enable us to be successful students and honorable individuals. We give thanks for your guiding hand and teachings, and we seek to make you proud in our pursuit of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Amen.
The audience may be seated. Stephanie Ash to give the word.
In the name of the Albert Gallatin chapter of the National Honor Society, I want to welcome our guests, the faculty, the parents, and the candidates for membership to our induction fair. The National Honor Society was organized for the purposes of stimulating scholarship, of recognizing those students in the high school who have shown special ability and faithfulness in their work, and honoring those who have displayed other traits which mark them as leaders in their school environment. Before these candidates are taken into full membership in our local chapter of the National Honor Society, we would like to discuss the emblem and the torch of our society, what they stand for, and the principles involved to make the selection for membership. Caleb Wardley will now discuss the importance of our emblem.
The emblem of the society is the keystone and the flaming torch. Our colors, the blue and gold, make the message of the torch clearer. Blue, the clear blue of the sky above us, is emblematic of true character and says to each and every one of us, be true. Be true to yourself, true to your fellow men, and true to your God. Gold, the color of the sun, is symbolic of the flame of ambition and says to us, light your torches and hold them ever aloft. The keystones, symbolizing the ideals of this society, bears at its base the letters C, S, L, and S, which stand for the core cardinal principles of this organization: character, scholarship, leadership, and service. These virtues must be fitted faithfully into the purpose of life. As the keystone is placed by the builder to keep the perfect arch forever true, so are the virtues represented in this symbol placed by us to keep forever true the structure of our education. Joshua Franzik will now discuss the importance of our torch.
The torch from the earliest times has been the emblem of knowledge. Unlit, the torch has no power to lead and guide. It is of no effect until the touch a match changes it into a vital and beautiful flame. The knowledge, the wisdom, and the inspiration that lies buried in the great treasures of the human mind are valueless until by faithful study we unlock these treasure houses of stored knowledge for the use of all mankind. All men who seek the truth must light the torch of knowledge, and you, as members of the National Honor Society, bear a serious responsibility. You must never allow the flame to grow weak or to die, but watch and guard it faithfully so that it shall burn brighter and brighter. You see why the flaming torch is our emblem, why every member will wear it not as a symbol of what he or she has accomplished, but as a golden spur to urge themselves ever onward. In keeping with our emblem, our motto is, light is the symbol of truth. At this time, I will light the white candle which symbolizes the spirit of the National Honor Society and the torch of the Albert Gallatin chapter. And from this torch, I give you the supreme gift, light. Daniel Nuttall will now provide us with tonight's introduction.
At a time in our history when we as a nation are reflecting on the virtues of men and women who have contributed greatly to the progress of our country, it seems very relevant to consider young people of our own day who possess and portray these same virtues. These contributions to our society and to the betterment of our country remain visible. They will contribute and our society will be positively affected. What can we do as a school to promote the principles that have us, as a nation, respectful of human rights and personal dignity of others? This induction ceremony reminds us once again that the principles and values that have caused us to prosper nationally are the same for all ages. Applied today, it must be kept constantly before us. For this reason, we again set before you these proven principles. As a representative honor group in our school, the National Honor Society attempts to create an enthusiasm for scholarship, to encourage a desire on the part of the individual to render the service of the school and to the community, to inspire individuals to want to develop their potential qualities of leadership, and to stimulate individuals to emulate those traits of character admired by others. This evening, we are conducting a ceremony which we hope will be one of deep significance and of joyful remembrance. It is our aim to give recognition to members of the student body of the Albert Gallatin Area High School who have been voted by the Faculty Council as outstanding in scholarship, leadership, character, and service. Our president, Ali Bizak, will now tell us about scholarship.
The first of the requirements for admission to the National Honor Society is scholarship. The light of the gold candle signifies the gold of wisdom. Scholarship is the power of mind to dispel ignorance, superstition, and fear through scientific investigation of truth. Excellence in scholarship reveals not only that one's store of knowledge has been increased during the years of schooling, but also that the individual has endeavored to make the most of the opportunities afforded him. Through scholarship, life becomes valuable. The individual who has at his command the greatest store of knowledge has the greatest reservoir from which he may draw to enrich his own life and that of others. Although this goal is within the reach of everyone, scholarship is not given merely for the asking. The individual who desires it must earn it by putting forth faithful effort hard and tireless, which is never lost, but is returned with interest and 100-fold. It is the only true wealth, wealth that increases, wealth that always keeps the value, and wealth which can never be stolen from you. Scholarship is the studying for the love of knowledge, knowledge acquired only through one's diligent effort. We also try to develop a greater desire for scholarship within ourselves and to stimulate it in others. And so may you, striving now toward this by constant and continued endeavor, be inspired to do even more of your part, and thus come into the possession of true wisdom and useful knowledge. To you we throw the torch, be it yours to hold on high. Noah Hintz will now tell us about the value of leadership.
Leadership is represented by the royal color of purple. Leadership, in order to benefit mankind, must precede unselfish motives. It requires a constant denial of self and genuine affection for others, along with the ability to begin and complete a job. Leaders are those who have a vision and strive to make that vision a reality instead of a mere dream. Where there is no dream, the people perish. Our forefathers had a vision of a land of liberty and justice for all. Enduring many hardships, they succeeded in making their dream come true. Those who dare to stand on their own initiative are the leaders in life. While leading, they too must grow by listening to their superiors, heeding the advice of others, and studying the words of the educated. But it is rather frightening to think that the welfare of our country will be, in a few years, our responsibility. Our success depends on what this generation does and how we develop our ability to lead. Leadership is given to few, and these individuals must realize their responsibility. A leader must be able to keep pace with the trust his companions place in him by the recognition of leadership. In life, he must be worthy of the honor bestowed upon him. Our country feels the increased need for leaders both in thought and action. To those who lead falls the burden of responsibility for our country. Even as we recognize leadership here, so will friends recognize it in life. Bailey Turner will now discuss the importance of service.
The light from the red candle represents service. It symbolizes a person who is willing to render service wherever and whenever it is needed, as his ability allows it. It is one of the fundamental threads to be woven into the fabrics of our lives. When it is lacking, we have deprived ourselves of a vital quality. The will to serve and the love of serving indicate the strength of character and in turn a source from which emerges real, unselfish happiness. In school, service means cooperation, a willingness to assist whenever possible, and a readiness to accept responsibility cheerfully.
We are given service when we uphold the laws made for our own good, whether we like them or not. In this way, we grow to respect the greater laws of community and country. Likewise, we are serving them either by active participation or by our encouragement when we support school activities. We shall always be helping our school if we endeavor to make ourselves measure up to its standards so that, through us, its reputation will be maintained. Any opportunity to aid, either individually or as members of a group, should be welcomed by students. Not only does it benefit the cause, but also it broadens the character by establishing unselfish motives in thought. Anna Umbel will now discuss the importance of character.
The light from the green candle, combined with the others, represents growth of character. Character is that quality of the personality which makes each person a unique individual. Strength of character continually grows from the experience of an accepting, supportive, loving family, a community which offers opportunity and reward, and a school whose staff that cherishes and demands the very best from each of its students. It is the strength from these sources which enable the individual to build and mold the character, which will sustain them through the happiest as well as the most difficult times of their lives. It is also this strength that will enable them to use the qualities of leadership, citizenship, courage, service, and honesty to make a positive contribution to their family, community, and school. It is the responsibility of each person to determine what standards of character they wish to achieve. They must set their goals, seek support in their efforts, and ask for advice on how to attain them from their families, their communities, and others. As each goal is accomplished, each level of strength is achieved, a new and higher goal must be set. This constant striving for excellence becomes a crucible in which the child becomes an adult. An adult with strength of character does not set fame or fortune as a goal, but rather wishes to leave some part of the world a better place for how to live. Caleb Dangle will now provide you with a brief history of Albert Gallatin and how the virtues of our society are evident through him.
The National Honor Society has 4 distinct characteristics that set it apart from other organizations. Those characteristics are leadership, scholarship, service, and character. There was one person in particular that demonstrated all of these characteristics, the man for whom our school was named, Albert Gallatin. Leadership. Albert Gallatin served from 1789 to 1795 in the Pennsylvania legislature. He was involved in the adoption and ratification of the state constitution. He became a member of the United States Congress in 1795. As House Majority Leader, he led the way in founding the House Ways and Means Committee to oversee the Treasury Department. Scholarship. Albert Gallatin attended the College of Geneva where he studied classical languages, mathematics, natural philosophy, and science. In the United States, he worked diligently on behalf of free public education. In later life, he worked with others to found New York University to offer university education to the working and merchant class as well as the wealthy. Service. Albert Gallatin served as the Secretary of the Treasury from 1801 to 1814. He is the longest-serving Secretary of the Treasury. In that position, he is well known for setting up the budget for the Louisiana Purchase of the National Road. He also reduced the national debt by over half, all without reducing taxes. Character. He helped plan the Lewis and Clark expedition. He led the United States delegation and was instrumental in securing the Treaty of Ghent, which brought the War of 1812 to a close. His patience and skill with not only the British, but also with his fellow American members of the Commission made the treaty a special triumph of Albert Gallatin. He then became president of the National Bank of New York City, which was renamed Gallatin Bank from 1831 to 1839. His last great endeavor was founding the American Ethnological Society. With his studies of the language of the Native Americans, he has been called the father of American ethnology. The United States Department of the Treasury's highest career service award is named the Albert Gallatin Award in his honor. Now it is up to all of you to live by these characteristics to improve and support your community and school. Strive to leave a legacy, and one day you will have someone speaking about you, the next generation of successful American citizens. Mr. Reams will now recognize our current members.
Thank you, Caleb. At this time, on behalf of the faculty and administration of Albert Gallatin High School, I'd like to acknowledge the present members of this chapter of the National Honor Society. Please stand when your name is called and remain standing until all names have been read. Juniors in good standing: Madison Ash, Morgan Bankhead, Haley Barton, Rachel Bowman, Brandy Bindishaw, Austin Bordley, Brianna Bogus, Aubrey Bowers, Blake Brockna, Abigail Bradley Rath, James Brown, Justine Brownfield, Sarah Camp, Jace Capellini, Christian Carr, Marina Chapman, Jalen Coy, Sean Durda, Charity Damaski, Sean Durda, again, Joseph Dolabach, Angelo Doyle, Caden Early, Chloe Eicher, Hannah Eicher, Heather Eicher, Logan Mimbacher, Josie Engler, Madison Flowers, Gage Fordyce, Sadie Foster, Hunter Fulham, Chandler Goodwin, Mackenzie Hall, Megan Harkins, Naisha Harris, Olivia Helen, Jacob Holt, Alexis Punkowitz, Julie Horvath, Hunter Kinnison, Mariah Kiefer, Jade Kitka, Madison Leahy, Brett Leskinen, Holly Lesko, Jacob Lohr, Hunter Lowe, Virginia Lyons, Victoria Martin, Blake Medved, Amber Miller, Haley Miller, Jeremiah Miller, Noah Miller, Hunter Milligan, Alicia Minor, Felicia Minor, Lauren Minor, Haley Moats, Braden Moody, Nathaniel Mosier, Jessica Myers, Amelia Patterson, Faith Phillips, Brooke Pierce, Hayden Police, Jared Providence, Alicia Rankin, Travis Reckner, Skylar Rada, Grace Rova, Luke Robinson, Megan Rose, Haley Sands, Bailey Shanrock, Christian Smith, Lawrence Smith. Senior in good standing: Stephanie Ash, Hunter Basinger, Mackenzie Bergman, Allie Bisak, Kayla Bordley, Cole Pagosi, Skylar Bogus, John Brandor, Nathaniel Brecker, Casey Carnahan, Christian Carr, Ricky Connors, Nicole Costa, Elena Cubbett, Avery Dalton, Caleb Dangle, Maxine Darnell, Cassie Fisher, Josh Franzen, Sydney French, Maya Giardina, Melena Gray, Maria Gresh, Brooklyn Griffin, Hannah Grimm, Morgan Grimm, Madison Groover, Noah Hintz, Zachary Galacki, Nathaniel Hughes, Shannon Ketelowski, Hunter Kinniston, Madeline Hisner, Zachary Knock, Bethany Kugler, Chelsea LaRose, Emily Libertino, Haley Lindsay, Hunter Lowe, Kaylee Martin, Pamela McKnight, Cassidy Miles, Emma Moats, Jasmine Mosier, Callie Myers, Jonathan Neighbors, Chloe Newman, Lillian Nolan, Daniel Nuttall, Chad Horwick, Carissa Pegg, Lindsay Pegg, Sierra Rates, Lindsay Robinson, Morgan Robinson, Madeline Sanders, Bailey E. Shamrock, Haley Seba, Adam Simon, Nicholas Smith, Michael Standish, Christy Thornton, Nikki Triplett, Bailey Turner, Hannah Humble, Colby Uphold, Aiden Van Houten, James Watson, and Larry Wiles. These individuals have successfully upheld the National Honor Society principles of leadership, scholarship, service, and character. Congratulations to you all. You may be seated. Mr. Dunn will now continue with the certification of tonight's inductees.
Thank you, Mr. Ames. Inductees, now that you have heard the significance of your membership in our organization, we will proceed with the induction ceremony. Be reminded that few are challenged today in search for leadership, for men and women who exemplify wisdom, character, and the desire to serve. True scholarship does not necessarily mean only the acquisition of high marks in classwork. It is a commitment to learning, as learning is a lamp which illuminates the future, and the many paths lie before us. In terms of service, remember that he or she who serves others without thought of compensation is often best repaid. Finally, it has often been said that character is what you are. Reputation is what people think you are. Character is intangible and immeasurable. Constant striving to hold high ideals, honesty, and daily dealing with faculty and classmates, and demonstration and influence for good are evidence of good character. The National Honor Society now certifies and entrusts to each of you the torch lighted by the perpetual flame of progress. It is yours to hold high, yours to keep burning, yours to use and lighten the way for yourself and for others. We hope that this trust, which has been bestowed upon you by the Abergavenny High School Faculty Council and Administration, will not be broken. The world today, more than ever before, needs young men and women with strength and sincerity, and who possibly strive to follow the path of peace and progress. I will now introduce Mr. Hutchison, who will lead us in the induction.
Good evening. Will the candidates please rise? You have heard the principles of the National Honor Society explained to you. I hereby accept these candidates as members of this society. It is our hope that they will be found worthy of the trust imposed upon them. Will the candidates please repeat the pledge? I pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society, to which I have been elected, I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school and will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Candidates, please be seated. We will now recognize each inductee individually.
In a moment, we will read the list of candidates who have been chosen by the Faculty Council as exemplifying the four qualities discussed this evening, and who are therefore worthy of membership. We will present membership certificates, cards, and pins to each student. With those candidates whose names are called, please come to the stage as directed. The audience is asked to please hold your applause until all the candidates have been presented. Jessica Erisman. Kaylee Bednar. Mackenzie Darst. Morgan Graham. Bradley Lincoln. Deanna Lindsay. Hunter Miller. Skylar Smolsky. Amber Early. Aaron Fetzner. Mariah Kowalski. And Michael Lott. Please join us to express our congratulations to our new members. I'd like to introduce Mr. Hutchison for the closing.
As new members of the National Honor Society, the administration and faculty congratulate you for the high honor that have been bestowed upon you. Today marks the recognition of work well done thus far. May it bring to you and to others inspiration to accomplish even greater achievements. We would like to invite everyone to the reception in honor of the new inductees in the cafeteria immediately following the recession. Please stay seated until our audience stay seated until the inductees are dismissed. Now will everyone please rise for the retiring of the colors. Permission granted.
Thank you, sir. Order. Off. Center. Base. Forward. March. Going on. Off. Center. Base. Freeze and arms. Order, arms, retire, color,